Rick. We don't sell silver. Specialty coins are one thing, but we don't sell our raw silver. Those are the words of the old man on Pawn Stars. If you guys haven't seen the episode from June 4th, you got to see it. It's really good, and I sort of feel vindicated to myself for that being one of the only shows I watch on television. I've been watching History Channel on TV as my primary channel to go to whenever I turn on the TV, which isn't that often, but I like to watch Pawn Stars. I like to see what people sell. I don't care if it's staged. I like to see the items that come in and the prices put on them. But there was a really good episode last Monday of a guy coming in selling 3,300 ounces of silver. And it was quite educational. You know, Rick said that all the change, quarters, dimes, half dollars, dollars were made of silver before 1964, he said, but it's actually 65. And he said that, you know, paper money back then, which were silver certificates, were just a claim on real money. So I like the fact they were promoting silver as real money, probably confusing a lot of the 5.89 million viewers that night, because the show was the second most viewed show of the evening after 8.5 million viewers were watching the NBA playoffs. And I'll have a link to that information on the highest watched shows of that night. I'll put it down below, along with the link for you to watch the show. But I was really happy the fact that they had a lot of good information on silver. I don't know when this was filmed. Silver was around 32, 33, somewhere in that range. And I thought they gave them a, you know, they probably got 5-6% premium off them, maybe up to 10. But they didn't like give him a rip-off price. But the kid, I call him a kid. He's, I don't know, maybe early, mid-20s. He looked to me. I have a clip. I'll put a picture here of his face when Rick said that 500 million ounces were used in industry last year, and that, you know, there's somewhat of a silver shortage. I don't know where that came from, but he threw that out there. And I'll put down the look on the guy's face who was selling the silver. So the guy selling the silver basically looked at it as an investment. His dad told him to invest. He bought over 3,000 ounces 12 years ago. You know, it was around $4 or $5 an ounce. And he was coming to cash in, get some real hard, cold hard cash, you know. Well, he was getting rid of his cold hard cash and actually getting a bunch of paper nothings. You know, I don't know if he's paid in cash, check, whatever. Got to pay tax to the IRS on that silver. You know, I'm sure the pawn shop's going to be sending in a form to the IRS. And so anyway, the big question is, what's he going to do with his $111,000? You know, if he puts it into some cash flow positive real estate or something like that. I mean, I'd be curious if he goes out and buys a new vet. You know, that's just one of the stupidest things he could do with it. Unless he has a whole bunch of extra money. I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, that's why the old man, that's, you know, that's what he's called. He's saying, we don't sell our silver, Rick. And then Rick says he's been hoarding silver since we went off the gold standard. He's hoarding precious metals. You know, because he's smart. He knows sometime we're gonna. He even said in the episode, you know, precious metals are a great hedge against hyperinflation, which probably confused a bunch of viewers. I'm sure a lot of the 5 million people watching were confused or didn't understand a lot of the things that were said. But I bet you there was a whole, you know, maybe 1,000 people, a couple thousand people that were kind of pushed over the edge, that sort of thought maybe they should get some silver, and then hear the way the old man's talking, you know, you got to have some old, you don't sell your silver, you hold on to it as a hedge against all the paper money printing going on around the world. So, really good episode. Made me feel good to see something on TV of actual substance, not a waste of time. You know, it's with some good information. I don't know when else there's close to 6 million people watching something that actually explains real money to you and why you need to have some of it. So anyway, really good. I recommend everyone see it, and put some comments down below what you think of the show after you watch it. Talk to y'all soon. Bye.